5 signs to instantly see someone's true character. Do you truly understand the people around you? Or even yourself? To uncover someone's true nature, you don't need complex personality tests or superficial observation tricks. Instead, ancient Stoic philosophy has revealed that by observing 5 simple yet profound behaviors, you can accurately assess a person's character, ethics, and core values. 1. How they treat people who can't benefit them. One of the clearest indicators of a person's true character is not found in grand gestures or eloquent speeches but in how they treat those who cannot provide them with any advantage. Individuals like servers, janitors, delivery drivers, or strangers on the street, those with no power, status, or immediate value, are the most honest reflections of a person's kindness, humility, and moral integrity. The Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely stated, "Treat your subordinates as you would wish your superiors to treat you." This emphasizes that a person's true virtue is revealed not in how they treat the powerful or influential but in how they engage with the less fortunate, the powerless, and those who can offer nothing in return. It is in these moments that the masks of social performance are removed, exposing the genuine core of an individual. Truly kind people don't need an audience or a reason to act with compassion. They demonstrate respect and empathy toward everyone, regardless of social standing, wealth, or personal gain. A simple "thank you" to a server, a smile for a janitor working under the scorching sun, or offering a seat to an elderly person on public transportation, these small, everyday acts reveal a profound sense of humanity. Genuine kindness doesn't need to be flashy, it emanates from the smallest of actions. On the other hand, those who frequently display rudeness, arrogance, or indifference toward people in lower positions often reveal a lack of empathy and a sense of superiority. For example, someone who gets angry at a waiter for a small mistake or dismisses a janitor as unimportant reveals selfishness and a lack of genuine character. These individuals often show kindness only when there is a benefit to be gained or when they seek to impress others. But their mask slips when dealing with those who cannot serve their interests. A common real-world example is celebrities or powerful figures who act polite and compassionate when in the spotlight but mistreat behind-the-scenes staff. A public figure may speak eloquently about kindness during a speech but treat makeup artists or assistants poorly off-camera. This behavior reveals that their kindness is performative rather than genuine. Conversely, there are individuals who, without seeking recognition, consistently show genuine compassion to everyone they meet. These are the people who, without hesitation, stop to help an elderly person cross the street or engage in conversations with the homeless without judgment. Their kindness is not dictated by external validation but by a deep-rooted sense of morality. The Stoic lesson here is profound: the way someone treats those who can offer them nothing in return is a true measure of their character. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most prominent Stoic philosophers and Roman emperors, once said, "The true worth of a man is measured by how he treats those who cannot help him in return." This principle applies not just in personal life but also in professional environments. Consider a workplace where a manager treats all employees, from the top performers to the janitorial staff, with the same level of respect and dignity. This reflects authentic leadership. Conversely, a leader who is polite only to senior executives but disrespectful to lower-level staff reveals a lack of integrity and moral strength. The moments when there is no clear reward, no audience, and no benefit to be gained, those are the moments that reveal who a person truly is. Genuine kindness, especially when unnoticed, is the most accurate measure of character. The Stoic reminder: don't judge people by what they say, but by how they act, especially when no one is watching. True kindness doesn't seek applause or recognition. It arises naturally from a person's inner virtues. The takeaway: pay attention to how someone treats those who can offer them nothing. It is the clearest mirror of their true moral character. And more importantly, reflect on yourself. Do you treat people with kindness even when no one is watching? Are your actions driven by sincere compassion or the desire for validation? Character is not determined by words or appearances. It is revealed through the small, everyday interactions, especially with those who cannot offer us anything in return. 2. How they react to minor inconveniences. A person's reaction to minor inconveniences often reveals more about their character than how they behave in significant moments. Situations like being stuck in traffic, waiting too long for coffee, or experiencing minor technical issues can become powerful tests of emotional maturity, self-control, and resilience. Stoic philosopher Epictetus emphasized, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Life is full of unpredictable situations. And while we cannot control external events, we can always control our responses. These small challenges often expose a person's true emotional maturity more than carefully crafted public behavior. A person with emotional intelligence and self-control will handle such situations calmly, seeking a rational solution rather than allowing their emotions to take over. They understand that frustration only worsens the situation and rarely leads to productive outcomes. By choosing calmness over chaos, they reveal strength of character. Conversely, those who frequently lose their temper or react with frustration to minor issues often demonstrate a lack of self-regulation and patience. Emotional outbursts, such as yelling at a server for a minor mistake or honking aggressively in traffic, are clear indicators of poor emotional discipline and a fragile ego. Example: imagine a person at a restaurant receiving the wrong dish. The calm individual politely informs the server of the error, recognizing that mistakes happen. Meanwhile, another diner raises their voice, berates the server, and creates an uncomfortable atmosphere for everyone present. The difference in these reactions reveals much more than personal preference. It reflects the deeper emotional balance and self-mastery of the individuals involved. Why do minor inconveniences matter? Small situations like these are spontaneous and unfiltered, making them reliable tests of genuine character. When a person is calm during minor disturbances, it often signals emotional strength, patience, and self-awareness. When they overreact, it highlights a fragile sense of control and emotional immaturity. Stoic lesson. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the quality of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. The Stoics teach us that we cannot control external events, but we can always control our internal responses. Therefore, how we handle small frustrations matters deeply. It reflects our discipline and maturity. Reflection. Do you lose your temper easily over minor inconveniences? Do you stay composed, or let emotions dictate your actions? Can you maintain calmness and focus even in frustrating situations? A person who remains calm in minor challenges is likely to display strength and integrity in greater challenges as well. Emotional control is not a sign of weakness but a sign of true inner strength and wisdom. Conclusion. Your character isn't defined by how you act and things are easy but by how you respond when faced with life's everyday difficulties. The ability to remain calm and composed, even during minor frustrations, speaks volumes about emotional strength and true personal growth. 3. How they manage time and commitments. Time is the most valuable asset a person has, an irreplaceable resource that, once lost, can never be reclaimed. How someone manages their time and honors commitments reveals much about their discipline, integrity, and respect for both themselves and others. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "We are frugal with our money, yet wasteful with time, the one resource we can never recover. This wisdom reminds us that while people often guard their material wealth carefully, they can be surprisingly careless with their time. A far more precious and limited resource. People who value time, a sign of respect and discipline. Those who truly understand the value of time tend to respect both their own time and that of others. They approach life with a sense of structure. Keeping commitments. Being punctual. And striving to complete tasks within the agreed timeline. For them, time isn't just a personal asset but a reflection of the collective effort and energy shared among everyone involved. Picture a leader who consistently arrives on time for meetings. Fully prepared and focused on the agenda. This level of punctuality and preparation not only reflects professionalism but also sends a powerful message of respect toward the entire team. It signals that everyone's time is equally valuable and should not be wasted due to carelessness or poor planning. Those who value time also tend to be proactive planners. They prioritize essential tasks. Avoid unnecessary delays. And rarely cancel commitments without a legitimate reason. This consistency reflects discipline, reliability, and a deep sense of accountability, qualities that build trust and credibility in both personal and professional relationships. On the other hand, chronic lateness and last-minute cancellations, a sign of disrespect and irresponsibility. In contrast, those who frequently arrive late, cancel plans at the last minute without explanation, or fail to honor commitments often reveal a lack of respect for others' time. Whether intentional or not, this behavior can signal carelessness, poor time management, or even a lack of regard for the importance of mutual commitments. For example, consider someone who regularly shows up late to meetings or cancels plans without prior notice. This behavior doesn't just disrupt the flow of teamwork or shared experiences, it can also damage relationships by making others feel undervalued or disrespected. Furthermore, a lack of respect for time often correlates with a lack of responsibility in other areas of life. A person who habitually disregards time commitments might also struggle with procrastination, unclear goals, and unfinished tasks. Over time, this pattern can lead to chaos in both personal and professional spheres, damaging productivity and trust. A tale of two professionals, time as a character indicator. Imagine a critical business meeting where two individuals handle time management very differently. Person A arrives on time, prepared with necessary materials, listens attentively, and respects the meeting schedule. The objectives are met efficiently, and no one feels their time has been wasted. Person B consistently shows up late, appears unprepared, and extends the meeting unnecessarily with irrelevant points. They may even cancel the meeting last minute without a valid reason. The difference between these two individuals lies not in skill but in their attitude towards time. Person A values time as a precious resource and respects the efforts of others, while Person B behaves as though time is endless and inconsequential. Why time management and keeping commitments matter so much? Time management isn't just about productivity, it's a powerful reflection of someone's core character. A person who consistently values time demonstrates respect for others. Being punctual and reliable shows that you value others' contributions and efforts. Accountability, meeting deadlines and keeping promises reflects trustworthiness and professionalism. Self-discipline, proper time management reveals a person's ability to stay focused and resist distractions. Maturity and awareness, those who value time understand that every moment lost is a part of life that can never be recovered. On the other hand, poor time management reflects a deeper issue. A disregard for time commitments often signals disrespect for others. Wasting someone else's time shows a lack of consideration for their efforts. Lack of responsibility, breaking commitments undermines trust and reliability. Disorganization, Poor time management can indicate a lack of clarity in personal and professional goals. The consequences: missed opportunities, damaged relationships, and a reputation for being unreliable. Over time, these habits can erode both personal success and professional credibility. The Stoic wisdom on time management. The Stoics believed that how a person values and manages time. 4. How they behave when no one is watching. One of the strongest and most honest indicators of a person's true nature is how they behave when no one is watching. That is the moment when there is no supervision, no judgmental gaze, and no reward or recognition awaiting them. Actions taken in such private moments are often the clearest reflection of a person's moral character and self-respect. The philosopher Zeno, founder of the Stoic school, once taught, "True morality is what we do when no one is watching." This teaching reminds us that character cannot be measured only through outward gestures but rather by what we choose to do when there is no reward or external attention. It distinguishes genuine morality from artificial virtue. Consider this: if you happen to find a wallet on a deserted street, with no one around to see, and you know you could keep it without being caught, what would you do? Would you return it to its owner or keep it for yourself? If you enter an empty room, would you be willing to turn off the lights to save energy? Or would you ignore it because nobody cares? These seemingly small actions are, in fact, the truest measure of a person's character. A truly ethical person acts responsibly even when no one is watching. A truly honest and ethical person maintains their principles and values even when not being observed. They do the right thing simply because it is the right thing to do, not out of fear of being caught or to seek praise from others. For example, if you see litter on the street with no one around, would you be willing to pick it up and dispose of it properly? A person with genuine responsibility would do so without needing an audience. Similarly, when leaving a meeting room with no one else present, they would automatically turn off the lights and fans to conserve energy, even when no one would know. A true leader behaves the same way. Without a supervisor present, they still work diligently, uphold their sense of responsibility, and maintain their ethical principles. Such people understand that moral value does not require external validation but is instead found in the personal satisfaction of knowing they have done the right thing. On the other hand, those who only do the right thing when watched often lack true morality. Conversely, some individuals only act properly when they know they are being observed or when there is a direct benefit involved. They display politeness in public but behave rudely and irresponsibly in situations where no one is watching. For example, an employee may appear hardworking when the manager is around but become lazy and careless when left unsupervised. Or someone may make grand charitable gestures but treat service staff poorly when there are no cameras or media coverage. This reflects a form of hypocrisy where good actions are merely tools for image building rather than genuine expressions of character. Such behavior is not authentic virtue but a calculated attempt to gain benefits or social recognition. Imagine someone finding a wallet on a deserted street. An ethical person would try to return it to its owner or hand it over to the authorities, not out of fear of being caught but because it is the right thing to do. On the other hand, if someone keeps the wallet and spends the money, despite no one knowing, it clearly reveals dishonesty and hidden greed. Why does behavior when no one is watching matter? Private moments, where there is no audience, serve as the most authentic test of a person's character. They reveal the alignment between words and actions, between publicly declared values and what truly exists within. How we act in those moments also reflects our self-respect and our relationship with ourselves. Truly ethical individuals do not need external approval to maintain their principles, as they understand that personal value lies not in what others think but in the consistency between actions and personal beliefs. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that people should live by consistent moral principles, regardless of whether they are being observed. Epictetus once said, "There is no difference between doing the right thing when observed and when alone." True morality needs no audience. The lesson from Stoicism is that we should do the right thing simply because it is right, not to seek recognition or avoid criticism. When you uphold your ethics even in the most private moments, you are building a strong, honest, and respectable character. How to cultivate morality when no one is watching? Ask yourself, if no one witnessed, would I still do the right thing? Maintain principles, uphold your personal ethics in all circumstances. Not for rewards or benefits. Act for inner values, avoid seeking external approval. Let self-respect and inner morality guide your actions. Practice small responsibilities, simple acts like picking up litter, turning off lights, or keeping promises even when unnoticed are essential steps toward moral integrity. How someone behaves when no one is watching is the truest measure of their character. That is when all facades are stripped away. When there are no rewards, no praise, and no spotlight. Silent actions and seemingly small choices that reflect honesty and self-respect are the clearest evidence of a person's moral core. Therefore, if you wish to assess someone's true character, or even your own, observe how they act in their most private moments. That is when genuine character either shines or is exposed. 5. How they use power. Power, in any form, is one of the strongest tests to reveal a person's true nature. When someone possesses power, whether in their work, family, or relationships, the way they wield that power can uncover everything about their ethics, qualities, and spiritual depth. Power is not merely a tool, it is also a mirror reflecting an individual's true self. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "The true worth of a man is measured by what he does when he has power." This quote reminds us that power does not change people, it merely amplifies what already exists within them. The benevolent will shine brighter, while the arrogant and unethical will more easily reveal their flaws. Power is not just a position, but a responsibility. Power manifests in many forms, from a leader in an organization, a parent in a family, a teacher in an educational setting, to influence in social relationships. The important question is not how much power a person holds, but how they choose to use it. A truly ethical person understands that power is a responsibility, not a privilege. They use their influence to guide, inspire, and empower others to grow. A true leader listens to their team, respects diverse perspectives, and creates opportunities for everyone to thrive. Conversely, those who abuse power see it as a tool to satisfy their ego. They manipulate, impose their will on others, and use power to belittle, exploit, or control those weaker than themselves. This is a reflection of an unethical person who uses power to bolster their ego rather than serve the collective. Using power wisely, a sign of wisdom and noble character. A person of truly high character understands that power should be accompanied by service. They do not see power as a means to assert themselves but as an opportunity to create positive value for their community and those around them. For instance, a genuine leader in a business setting listens to the contributions of all employees, encourages creativity, and actively empowers capable individuals. They are not threatened by others' success but instead take pride in their team's collective growth. Similarly, a great teacher does not impose rigid rules but fosters independent thinking and inspires students to explore their potential. They understand that their power is meant to guide and mentor, not to control and suppress. Abusing power, a reflection of arrogance and lack of ethics. On the other hand, Individuals who abuse power tend to turn their authority into a tool for control and oppression. They may use power to intimidate, manipulate, or degrade others to consolidate their own position. For example, a manager who exploits their role for personal gain, forces employees to work overtime without valid reasons, or stifles creative ideas simply to maintain control demonstrates unethical behavior. Such individuals not only harm the workplace environment but also erode team morale and trust. In personal relationships, the abuse of power can manifest as emotional control, psychological pressure, and manipulation. Acts like imposing one's thoughts, belittling others to assert dominance, or using power to dictate terms are signs of a weak and immature character. Imagine two leaders in the same company. Leader A listens to their employees' ideas, encourages innovation, and takes responsibility for mistakes instead of shifting blame. Their team feels respected, trusted, and motivated to contribute. Leader B issues commands without explanation and does not allow anyone to challenge their opinions. When mistakes happen, they blame their subordinates and focus on protecting their own image. The workplace under their leadership is tense, uncreative, and lacks commitment. The difference between these two individuals is not just their management style but their core character. Leader A understands that power is a tool for service and value creation, while Leader B views power as a means to reinforce their ego. Why is power the ultimate test of ethics? Power has the ability to amplify everything within a person. The benevolent will shine brighter when given power, while the arrogant will expose their pettiness. This happens because with power, people no longer fear consequences or judgment from others, making their true behaviors more evident. Stoic philosophy and its profound lesson. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that power should not be a tool for control but a responsibility to serve. Marcus Aurelius, despite being one of the most powerful emperors in Roman history, consistently upheld humility and a commitment to serving humanity. He once said, "Power does not define you, how you use power reveals who you truly are." The lesson from Stoicism reminds us that if you want to assess someone's true character, observe how they treat power when they have the opportunity to influence others. How to use power responsibly. Use power to support, not control. Power should be used to provide opportunities, foster growth, and spread positive values. Listen more than you speak. A good leader respects the opinions and contributions of their team. Create positive impact. Use power to help the less fortunate and contribute to the community rather than inflating your ego. Be humble and avoid abusing privileges. Understand that power is a responsibility, not an entitlement. Conclusion. How a person uses power reveals everything about their true self. Those with integrity and wisdom use power to serve, empower, and create value for the community. Conversely, those who abuse power for manipulation, control, or personal gain demonstrate weakness and a lack of character. If you want to evaluate someone's true nature, observe how they behave when they are in a position of power. This is the truest test of a person's character. The 5 signs of true character. These 5 signs not only help you evaluate others but also serve as a mirror for self-reflection. Treating everyone well, regardless of status. Managing emotions, especially in trivial situations. Valuing their own time and that of others. Upholding ethics, even when unobserved. Using power to serve and inspire. Have you recognized anyone through these 5 signs? And have you demonstrated these qualities yourself?